Hey guys, Amy Fuchsia here of Team Method to help you get attuned to the new world quest in Eye of Azshara, which can reward you with, among other things, Fathom Dweller. So when I say among other things, it is currently not exactly known what kind of rewards we can be expecting, but in Europe, in the first 2 weeks now of the expansion, it's been a mount that's been rewarded. In the US, the same exact quest chain, the same exact attunement is apparently rewarding people of a pet. So are there going to be other rewards? We don't know. We'll wait to see. But if you want to get your mount and you are in Europe, do this as soon as possible. Okay. So the quest chain starts with finding Drak'thul and talking to him, going through a couple dialogues, and then he sends you off to a cave, which is still located in the Broken Shores, a little bit further northeast. And this cave can sometimes be found to be closed by rocks. If you do find yourself outside the cave, you can see the green torch, but you cannot enter, you have two options. One is to relog. It's been reported that relogging normally removes the rocks. Or two, try to die. You can pull something or just commit suicide outside the entrance, go out, get razzed from the inside instead, and then you're good to go. And after that you talk to Drak'thul again, and after that all the orbs should now be activated across the map. So after these dialogues, you have now reached the part where you have to attune yourself by clicking 10 orbs in a particular order. I'll show you all the orbs in this video and you'll see where they are and how they look like, but just keep in mind that you have to reach the orbs in the exact same order. It's very, very important. The orb is located in Azsuna. If you are using an add-on with coordinates, the coordinates are 3737 of the entrance, that is. It's kind of hidden behind bushes and rocks and a big tree, but with the coordinates and the footage here, you should be able to find it no problem. And the orb here, as you can see, as I click it, it lights up a little bit, and that confirms for you that you have actually been attuned to the first orb, and that means you are ready to go for the second. The second orb, I'm actually dead here because there is a cave, and inside this cave there's a hard-hitting mob, and if you look away for 2-3 seconds, which I did, and you manage to aggro this mob, it will probably kill you, especially if you're a clothy. So to avoid that, just look at your screen and be sure that you can't aggro it, or just keep it in control in one way or another. The cave itself is relatively easy to find as well if you know where to go, but they are still pretty well hidden. Honestly, I think all of these locations are really well hidden, but with the right coordinates, which in this case is 3275, it shouldn't be too difficult to find it. And as I go inside of this cave, you also see the hard-hitting mob, and there is me clicking the orb after I'm alive. There we go. Okay. Third orb is in the south of Val'sharah. It's in a well-hidden cave, and the entrance is in a bush at the coordinates, again, if you are using that add-on, 4881. You go up a hill and you will soon see me entering. You'll see this tree with a... Is that a firefly? Not really sure what that is, but it looks like a very cute little creature flying around the tree, which can be a signature to you that you are indeed at the right place. You enter the cave and then you can see the little orb, slightly hidden, but oh, and it's actually, I should have mentioned this, it's actually a cave within a cave, which is quite interesting. The initial cave is already pretty hidden, and then there's another cave inside of it. Alright, so fourth orb. It's in a cave underwater near the Broken Shore, but as you can notice on my minimap, it actually says that the zone is the Great Sea. So if you are using coordinates, make sure that you are in the Great Sea zone before you click them in, otherwise the coordinates will not work. The coordinates itself are 2978. You swim in the water, as you can see me doing here, and it's all sped up. I know it doesn't feel like it, but this is actually sped up. It's a relatively easy orb to find. Just as a general pointer here, actually I'll take that at the end, never mind. But yeah, we're just swimming in the rain. Okay, so the orb is placed in a relatively easy place to find. It's yeah, it's just there. The orb is found in Azsuna, and you find the area by going to the Crystal Valley, the area with the very cute, beautiful looking purple crystals, and it's in the north of Azshara with coordinates, if you're using coordinates, 5913. So here we see me entering the purple area, purple diamonds, and I think I find the entrance just about there. I think I wanted to take a note and look at the map to see where exactly I am. But yes, that's the entrance to the cave which leads to the 5th orb, located again in Azsuna. Inside the cave, it's relatively easy to find it. There's no hidden cave within this cave, but something that can be quite tricky is that everything looks purple, and the orb is kind of purplish as well, so that can sometimes be a little bit difficult. Also, it's inside of this little case of some sort, which can make it kind of hard to see, but it's located in the open. So the 6th orb is once again in the zone called Great Sea. As you can see, the coordinates only will work if you are in the Great Sea already, and then type them in. There are 2 round statues with a shark. The one that we want to find is in the Great Sea outside of Stormheim. It's slightly north of Stormheim, and keep in mind in here that if you take damage from the steam which is coming out of erupting from the ground, be careful, because they actually do significant damage, and they also make you move funny, like shoots you up in the air, and it hurts. Also, this used to this is a cross-realm zone, so you can also be aware of PvP, possible PvP action if you are on a PvP server. The 7th orb is located in Highmountain at 5538. The entrance is located next to an actual cave. I'm actually not sure if I went there the intended way. It feels a little bit like it wasn't the intended way when I keep jumping around the mountains. I was backpedaling, because if you backpedal with a mount, you move a lot slower, and that means that if you were to fly off or jump off, the jump would be a lot smaller, so that's why. Inside of this cave, you see a little skeleton fish of some sort. Actually, it might not be a fish, I don't know, but it's some sort of skeleton bones, and you click the orb, and then you're done and good to go for the next orb. The next orb is the 8th one. It's located in Azsuna once again. I think most of the orbs were actually in Azsuna, if I think about it. The entrance is under a rock, as you can see. I just went through it, and at first I was actually confused because I couldn't see it, and then after further looking I realized that the orb is kind of hidden under these bushes or petals of some kind of plant. So yeah, just look carefully, it should be there. Yeah, you're at the right place. If you can see what I see in this game, then you're at the right place. For the 9th orb, you move to Eye of Azshara, the zone, not the instance. There's a boat which can be found on coordinates 7989, and it's actually kind of tricky to find your way. It took me not necessarily a long time, but it did feel a bit tricky. So if you find yourself getting into dead ends or whatever, you can just follow the video and see exactly how I did it. you're basically finding a path within the ship to get to the other side, which will then get you to a little cave where you can see the last orb. Well, it's not the last orb, but it's the last orb before meeting Drak'thul again. So here you can see me flying, or not flying, swimming through, and I'm kind of trying to follow this druid. I was hoping that he knows his way. I think he kind of did, I'm not sure. Actually, I think he wasn't sure either, so I probably shouldn't have followed him. But yeah, there we go. I think now we found it. Yeah, and now we can see the cave and we can start swimming up, and then as we get closer, we also notice that there's quite a few people there, because Orb 6 and Orb 9, just to keep you guys reminded, they are in cross-realm zones, and at the time of the video, these orbs were only clickable by one person. I actually got worried here that it bugged out a bit, because I don't see the orb glowing like the previous orbs, but it turned out that it was fine, so we're good. About the cross-realm zone thing, you don't have to worry about that today, because there was a hotfix which made it possible for multiple people to click the same orb, so yay for that. I mean, I think it sucks, you know, I want it to be rare, but you know, it makes it easier for people to join. So we're back at Drak'thul, and we click the 10th orb, and I'm, you know, just taking a selfie with Drak'thul, why not? I'm super happy, and we're chilling, and now I want to see the world quest on the map, but I don't see it, and the way that it worked for me to proc it so that I can see it on the map was by hearthstoning. Some people report that relogging is fine. I tried relogging, it didn't work out, so I ended up hearthstoning, and that worked out for me. There you go. And then you can see the Fathom dweller is on there. So if you're not European, again, the mount might actually not be there. The reward for killing this elite or this rare mob might be a pet instead. And something that I've noticed today is that after I have the mount already, when the world quest pops up again, I'm rewarded gold. I guess it's rewarded gold because it's supposed to reward a mount this week in Europe, but I can't get a mount twice, so instead it's giving me gold. I'm not actually sure. And here we see me trying out the mount. I just learned it, and we are mounting it just about now. There we go. I really enjoyed myself doing this quest. It's, well, I wouldn't really call it a quest, I would call it attunement. I really enjoyed it because the different areas are pretty well hidden. Even when you know where they are, they can still be kind of tricky to find, and the whole sort of attunement line or quest line itself is also relatively hidden. It's kind of a secret, and I find it amazing that people actually figured it out, and now we are all able to experience it as well. If you are from NA, the reward for it now at least is a pet. I assume that it's gonna switch out in the future so you guys can get the mount, and us in Europe have been getting the mount so far, and maybe soon we'll be able to get the pet as well. Once the mount is not available, we have no idea how long it will take for the mount to be there again, so if you are interested in the mount and you're in Europe, go and do it. If you found this video helpful, or if you have any questions, or if you want to brag about getting the mount yourself, or anything else, feel free to leave a comment. And also, if you find the video relatively helpful, you can leave a like. Thank you guys for watching. You can find me on Twitch, name's Fuchsia, link is in the description. The kind of things that you can find me doing on stream is things like this. I actually did this run on stream. Farming mounts, farming achievements, farming weird stuff. That's the kind of stuff you can find on my channel. Bye guys, and take care and good luck. She said